What's up, everyone? I know it's I'm a little weirded out. I've never done a video like this before, and I never thought I'd have to, but today, or at least in the pre-test of, so I'm filming this late at night. It's like 11:43 at night, but by the time I upload this, it'll be tomorrow. Sorry. Today is a kind of a sad day for most, and I think those of you who know this day is kind of rough. A year ago today, we lost a very kind and loving soul. Longtime supporters of my channel may know who I'm talking about. Mainly just like those who are, I guess, friends of mine, close friends. Those who have subscribed, those who have known me, know who I'm talking about. It's, many of ours good friends, Schuylar McDonnell. A year ago today, she was taken from us in a car accident. And what this video is trying to do, it's just trying to talk about how great she was. The kind of person she was, and just how great she was and how we all miss her, including me. And I know you guys are wondering, what's with this video today? It's just something that has been on my heart for a while, of just some way I can help commemorate her. Sorry, I'm looking over here because I have her thing right here. If you guys are wondering, this is all I have of her. This was something that, this was her at her funeral, and it was weird being there in my first funeral. It's really nice how they did it. I like this little detail as little dove ascending into heaven. Her death was rough. It was rough on a lot of us. A lot of her closest friends were really affected by it. I remember when I first heard the news. Hold on a second. Stay. Basically, it felt like this went straight through here, and I survived. Sorry, I've been wanting to try to use this. I just saw the new film and I loved it. It was amazing. But yeah, it was rough for most of us to lose this angel. Stupid laptop. Sorry, I have my laptop in the back. I'm gonna probably edit this for today. But she was an amazing person. Very loving, very happy. She was probably one of the most happiest people I ever met. She always turned a bad situation into a good situation. Like, I remember, I only probably ever saw her sad only one time. And I remember that there was one time, it's one of my favorite, funny memory from her. She had just gotten out of this relationship, and it was very funny because she handled it better than probably anyone could, because what she said instead is, I'm gonna go beat on that boy. It's just one of the examples of just how great she was. She took everything that was sad and turned it into something good. You may notice by the sound of my voice, I'm a little in between sad, but also just weirded out because I haven't done a video like this. But it's rough, and it's hard to think just that she still died. I sometimes still wish it was just a prank or something like that. And I remember just not one very badly affected, like the kind of affected to where you cry about it, or you just like, with me, I wasn't really like that. And it wasn't because I didn't care about her. It was just because this is really the first time I ever lost anyone close to me. But sadly, I only knew her for a few months, when I wish I could have known her longer. She came to work at Sonic probably a year before she died, or maybe a few months. I don't fully remember. She was amazing the first moment she walked in the door. She was kind, loving, and just awesome. I made friends with her pretty easily. Her and I had a pretty good one-on-one basis with each other, and we had fun. We joked all the time. She told me funny stories, and just I had fun times with her. Joking around with her, seeing her do funny things in that store, oh my gosh. And just, of course, funny times with her. Just, there's so many funny memories that I have, and as I'm recording this now, I for some reason cannot remember them. It's probably just because I have my mind set on just what I'm trying to say, where I'm not trying to repeat, because you guys know I repeat a lot. I don't work from a script. It's like, man, I picked a terrible spot to place this camera. I have my laptop mounted on probably the base of my bed, and I have my phone right in front of me to where I'm trying to look, but I'm sorry if I'm looking over. But yeah, it was just rough because it took me by surprise, and I just remember being there because I was one of those people that just was strong, and I remember people thinking that I was going to take it very badly when I didn't. And I know that sounds weird, but it's the fact that I think I was really strong about it, and I was mainly trying to help those who were really depressed. I remember my good friend Jordan, which, if you remember that name, he was a good friend of mine. He actually helped film one of my videos, which you can get to by clicking right up there. He was just not great at all. I remember hearing about it. I came into work. My manager asked me if I had talked to either him or one of our other friends, Uriah, and I was confused because I was like, no. Then I looked on our schedule, and I saw their names were saying they're off, death in the family, so I thought they both had lost someone in their family. All of a sudden, I see my friend Jordan outside. I call him to ask, are you okay? He starts crying over the phone, and I go out to comfort him. I start trying to calm him down, to ask, do you mind if I asked who died? And then he said it was Ski. And I remember hearing about that. I was like, something like that, but yeah. I remember just that whole week praying just mainly for her family and for peace. For those of you who know me very well, and I don't know if this is the first time I've openly admitted this on my channel, I am actually a Christian man. I believe in God with all my love, my life. As you've seen, I wear this a lot. There's hold on, a cross that hangs above my bed every night, Bibles, and all that. I love the Lord with all my heart. And there's one verse that I'm very surprised they used for this one. Hi, Ski. The verse that they gave just at her funeral, and also just on this, was Joshua 1:9. Have I not commanded you, be strong and courageous, do not be afraid, do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. And I found that just really nice. A pastor prayed over the whole congregation, and I just remember hearing that she wanted to know Jesus and accepted him, and that made me happy because it sealed my prayer of wondering if she got into heaven or not. But personally, I believe she would have either way. This girl was an angel in the world, and I remember just, my gosh, I'm thirsty. Also, another great memory that I remember was told at her funeral by her siblings. I brought home a little bit of a drink with me, of course, Sonic. Some delicious Dr. Pepper. Maybe one day could sponsor, but Dr. Pepper's the best, and I remember she loved it very much. Definitely one thing her and I had a lot in common with. Kind of reminds me of just some funny jokes, I guess, that were said. Also, just, I remember the story was, She could outdrink anyone in her family with Dr. Pepper. And I now think of this as just like, maybe one day we ought to have a drinking competition with Dr. Pepper. See who can drink the most. But, anyway, back to what it meant. This girl was so special that her whole entire town of Burns, which is located, I think over that way. So, town is, yeah, that way. It's funny, I used to live out farther back here. The reason why I'm pointing this way is because there's no window. Of course, you all know my usual set locations, but that's just a wall. And then, of course, you see the fan blazing in front of me. But her whole entire town dedicated a funeral to her. Everyone showed up, and even people here in Cheyenne showed up to that funeral because of how much they loved her and how much of an impact she made on them. And it's something that you can't really find. A lot of people look to her death as sad, but I look to it as just an example of how great of a person she was. She was never afraid to let people know who she was. She always made sure she was always happy, and she always made sure to put a smile on her face. And I remember my friend, he told me a story, sorry, the light's a little iffy, he was asking God, why did she take her? But it's not God that took her. God doesn't... Guys, if you don't like this, please don't leave any hate comments. I'm speaking my heart, and it's weird. But I'm just trying to speak of what I believe in. God doesn't intend for anyone to die. When they are ready to enter the kingdom of heaven, He brings them. But this one came as a surprise to most of us, but the devil took her away. More of a little bit of a description of how she died was, what I was told is she died in a car accident, and what happened was, not trying to go into too graphic details, but she apparently was going a little over 60, and I guess she was on her phone, is what I was told, and then she crashed out of it and then died from internal bleeding. And this happened late at night, and it was something that took me by surprise, because it's also something that I'm surprised I didn't feel bad about, because I had texted her on that exact same night. 4 hours before it happened, I texted good night. And the day that I found out that she died, I actually texted her hi. Then I was told. And that's also another reason why I feel like people thought I was going to take her death very sad. But I didn't. It of course affected me. Like I said, it felt like this was rammed straight through the chest. But why do I still have you up? Nope. Sorry, I'm just going off a little bit, but the devil took her away from us, and I know the Lord intended on her having a really great life. I know He probably didn't intend to take her this early in her life. But it's rough. Especially thinking of those that are suffering right now, because this day is coming up again when it's been a year. I know it was a little rough for me, and at church this morning I asked my pastor if he can pray over her family. Because I know how rough it is. And I know it came out of the blue. It's sad. She was 17, and it's hard. She was 17 when she died, and she was just about to become a senior. And it's sad that she was taken. But what the point of this video is, I'm getting one more drink. If you know her, or if, I guess, Sorry, I know that sounds rude, but if you knew her in that sense, if you're one of her friends or if you know someone who knew her, just encourage them, just be there for them. Just remind them of the amazing qualities that this girl brought onto everyone. And remember, just encourage them to remember that she's in a good place. Because I know this girl went up to heaven. I know my Heavenly Father proved it to me. And just be there for her. And if you know her family, the McDonnell family, right there, sort of. I guess I can make a nice thumbnail, sort of. There we go. Yeah, that could be a nice little thumbnail. Sorry. It's weird doing this video because I'm not hating doing it. It's weird because I'm speaking my heart out, but there's so much I can say, but I don't know how to say it. If you know someone that was related to her or just someone who knew her very well, please just be there for them. Let them know that it's going to be okay. That you know that you loved her. It just hit midnight and it's now our anniversary. But yeah, I still talk in the presence of today because I started filming this like a little bit ago, like 60 minutes ago. But please, guys, just if you knew her, just encourage those who were very good friends with her. That just be happy. Remember the good memories with her. It's like an old expression: don't dwell on the past, and look to the future. But you can always look back to remember the good memories, and you don't have to remember any bad ones. That's sort of what the point of this video was, guys, and I'm sorry that it's new from what I'm doing, but if you guys are wondering, I'm doing good. I just wanted to do this one just as a quick little thing. There's going to be a little update coming up soon, just a little video that's just going to talk about what's going to happen later on. And guys, I want to thank you for tuning in. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and for those of you who are more surprised that I just finally opened up a little bit, let me know in the comments what you thought, and especially if you knew her and if you were actually kind of a little surprised that I did this one, just leave a comment down below of your favorite memory with her. And just for those of you who do know her and know me, give me a comment of just if you liked what I did with this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, subscribe, and give me a comment on what you want me to see me do next, and just what your favorite memory was with ski. Alright guys, love y'all, bye.